こんにちは、あつです。今回ですね、オンライン英会話のキャンブリーを使って can と could の違いについてちょっとお話をしてみました。で、could っていうのは can の過去形だからできたっていう意味だよねっていうのは最初に習うと思うんですけれども、英語を勉強しているとどんどんcould っていうのができたっていう意味以外でも使われているっていうことに気づいてくると思います。じゃあその違いって can と could ね、できるできた以外の違いって何なんだろうっていうところをですね、今回はオンライン英会話のキャンブリーを使ってお話をしてみました。で、今回からですね、キャンブリーの会話のスクリプト、これを熱英語の公式 LINE でですね、キーワードを入れていただくとダウンロードできるようになっています。今回は熱英語の公式 LINE に登録していただいて、couldっていう風にね、入れていただくと、このね、今回の会話のスクリプトが手に入るようになっていますので、あとじっくりね、スクリプトを見直して勉強したいという方は、こちらぜひ使ってあげてください。で、Distinction のフレーズとか出てくるとき、ね、Distinction、こういうやつね、のフレーズが出てくるときは、そういった部分もですね、ちょっとピックアップして、わかりやすいようにまとめていますので、もし勉強したい方はですね、無料なので、ぜひぜひ活用してあげてください。それではまずですね、会話の方を見ていきましょう。どうぞ。
Okay, so I can do it versus I could do it.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this, first of all?
So when I say I could, yeah, that's an option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
an option for you to do that. So
Mm-hmm.
you can, I think, paraphrase it with
Mm-hmm.
an option for somebody to do.
Mm-hmm.
When you say I could do that. But you can do it. You can do it sounds like, oh, I believe that you have the ability to do it. But because like when you say you could join the meeting from home,
Mm-hmm.
that has a bit of a different nuance, right?
It does, yes.
I wouldn't say you could. I would say you can join the meeting
Mm-hmm.
from home. But you could join the meeting from home sounds like, well, it's an option, but it's not really recommended. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, that's what I was about to say. So you always say but afterwards. So, oh, you could do that, but, and then you always give some reason why you think it's not a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. So as for this, when we're talking about the difference, like I can do it, I could do it. Honestly, like can and could, there's not just one meaning, right? So they're used in like many different situations and many contexts. So I guess you kind of have to cover all of them. And yeah, it can be quite difficult to understand what the difference actually is. So yeah, I think when we use could, you could do this. Yeah, you're giving some kind of suggestion, and it also sounds a little bit more polite as well. So you might hear people say this in the service sector if they're giving you some suggestions. Oh, you could try this, or you could do this, you could do this. It sounds a bit softer and more polite. Oh, you can do this. Again, they can say it, and it's not necessarily rude, but it just sounds very general and generic without any thought put into it. It's like you said, ability. Like it's like yes and no. But yeah, I feel like whenever we use could, there's always extra feeling to it and maybe more polite. It also sounds like when we're giving suggestions about something, it sounds like it's less likely to happen.
Yep.
And you haven't quite committed to it yet. So maybe somebody wants to give many different suggestions. In fact, I think in the UK, if I asked my friends, we're trying to make plans for the weekend. Oh, what do you think about this? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? And they might just respond with could do, and that's it. Nothing else. Yeah, so it kind of gives that idea of like possibility, but we haven't quite committed to it yet. It's still a little bit hypothetical.
A little bit hypothetical. Right. So less possibility compared to can.
Yeah, maybe. Right. Yeah.
It could take about 2 hours to get there. It can take about 2 hours to get there. So when you say it can take about 2 hours to get there, then like it's absolutely possible that it takes 2 hours, but it could take 2 hours. Kind of includes a bit of a bit of your guessing. Maybe.
Yeah, I think
about 2 hours.
yeah, I think it can take about 2 hours. Again, it sounds quite generic and it's really specific to what we're talking about, like the situation now. But if you say, oh, it could take 2 hours, it sounds like a more specific situation for somebody. So for example, if we were going on a trip somewhere and we were planning something for the weekend, you say, oh, it could take 2 hours to get to our hotel or something, because it's more specific. But if you're saying, oh, it can take 2 hours, it means not just for me, but it's just generic. It means for everyone all the time. Right?
Maybe it has a meaning of may be able to do. So like AI could replace most of our jobs, for example, in the future. Then AI may be able to replace most of our jobs in the future. But when you say AI can replace, then that's the fact already. Like AI can replace even now. But now we are talking about an uncertain situation about the future. May be able to in the future, but we are not sure. In which case, able to use. It could replace.
Yeah. So again, your example, we're talking about the future, so it's a little more hypothetical. We can't quite decide what the answer is yet. So but good. Okay, have a nice day. I'll see you again.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
はい。ということで、今回会話にもあったように could っていうのは can の過去形のいわゆるできたっていう意味以外にもですね、いろいろと意味があって、何々かもしれないとか、できるかもしれないとか、何々してもいいかもな、みたいなそういう意味もあったりします。こういうふうに幅広いんですよね。で、こういった could の、他のね、いわゆるできた以外の意味っていうのはこの Distinction Structures にも、非常に、よくですね例文たくさん載っけて、まとめていますので、ちょっと助動詞の感覚とか、特に過去形の助動詞ですよね、いろんな意味ありますね。 would とかもいろんな意味あると思うんですけれども、この辺についてちょっと詳しく知りたいなっていう方はこの Distinction Structures めちゃくちゃ、よくまとめていますのでおすすめです。はい。ね、最後宣伝になっちゃったんですけれども、これね、文法書に書いてないようなこととかもたくさんまとめていますので、ぜひぜひ持ってる方はですね、後でまた確認してあげてください。はい。ということで、最後まで今回も見ていただきましてどうもありがとうございました。また次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイバイ。